Hello, I am Catherine Earnshaw. Today I will be saying my full response and reaction to ISNIFFSAFX. In this video, there will be discussions about pro-shipping, racism, and so please watch with caution. I will start out with my apologies. I'm sorry for continuing to post about you, borderline stealing your content, and also being very immature and rude. I should have stopped, but my instincts and the idea of fame got into me. You do not need to forgive, but I'm sorry for making it seem like I was harassing you. I would never harass someone. I simply want to criticize and help. Also, I would like to add that I was mass reported and that my main channel was striked. If you make videos about this person, please have caution for you. It might be striked as well. I do not condone harassing, but if you want to report or not is in your hands. Again, do not say death threats or anything like that to him. You can simply go to their comment sections for discussion. Okay, for the actual video, who is this guy? ISNIFFSAFX is a pretty popular ranter with 2.5 thousand subscribers. He make rant videos like every other ranters. What I can confer from this guy, they like Dandy's World, Forsaken, The Coffin of Andy and Laylee, and their main focus, MSI. They are a Hispanic queer minor who is supposedly older than the age 13. Let's react to his first video.
Extremely hot take. It is not a big deal if someone ships sibling ex-sibling. I don't agree with it, but if the characters are fictional, and there is nothing sexual going on between them, then it is okay to ship them.
How do I start? First of all, it's morally wrong to ship sibling ex-sibling even if it's fictional. And it's still a very big deal when someone posts online. It's still disgusting. Also, sibling incest is almost always abusive because there's always a power dynamic in between them. Also, you can confer that most of the times it's sexual as well. Honestly, you should not be fine with fictional incest. That just shows you're a bad person who supports it or you don't care about incest victims. Give me the next one.
Hot take? Non-sharing UV shipping is weird. I understand this is an okay coping mechanism, but it just seems weird to me that people get mad when someone has a crush on the same fictional character as you. I sniff sacks out.
Calling someone's hobby weird is incredibly rude. And non-sharers getting angry at their doubles is a harmful myth. Most non-sharers are simply uncomfortable with their doubles. And if you're facing mental problems because of UMA shipping, then you should quit because UMA shipping is supposed to be a fun hobby. Next one.
Hot take. The Roblox pizza face ad isn't that serious. Roblox is a huge company and they are going to cater to you just because you find a 5-second clip offensive. There are many better things to do than take offense to this. Get off your lazy bone and don't touch some grass.
Why are we so rude? Roblox is not going to take a bunch of kids seriously, but saying the people who are offended are lazy? Almost everyone is self-aware about their acne. And people with severe acne don't feel good about their self-image most of the times. Everyone already or will be affected by acne. And plus, you're a teenager, you probably have acne as well, so maybe we shouldn't bully people who were rightfully offended. Next.
Hot take, but abortion should be illegal in certain situations. I personally would rather get a C-section because it's safer, and I don't like hurting living things, but if you were raped or it's an incest situation, you should be able to get an abortion. But if you're getting freaky every night like it's a sport, you should have to face the consequences. I sniff sacks out.
If women want health care, why should they only get it when they got assaulted? A woman should have the choice to getting an abortion no matter the reason. Also, a fetus is not a living creature, it's just a bunch of cells. Next.
If you laughed at Charlie Kirk's death, you are welcome on my channel. I'm not saying you have to agree with his opinions, but he's still a human being. If you laughed at his death, I wish you live a long and happy life. But when it is your time, I hope people laugh at your death as much as you laughed at his. I sniff sacks out.
This video. Charlie Kirk has no respect to other human beings, so why should we respect him? Plus, he said that he wanted his daughter to suffer rather than to get the health care she would need. Charlie Kirkwood had wanted us both dead, so why are we respecting him? Next.
Racism can be towards anyone, not just black people. Racism isn't a one-way street. Racism is judging people off of their skin color. Racism is discriminating based off of race. Denying a job to someone because they're white. That's racist. Not letting a white person wear race, that's racist. Racism isn't about history. Racism is about now. I sniff sacks out.
Okay, today in Kathy's class, we will be learning why white racism doesn't exist. I will be quoting from an article I will link in the description. While assumptions and stereotypes about white people do exist, this is considered racial prejudice, not racism. Racial prejudice can indeed be directed at white people, for example. White people can't dance, but is not considered racism because of the systemic relationship to power. What most people are describing is white prejudice, which is also never okay. But the entire white race has never been enslaved like black people, so that's why white racism doesn't exist. People were kidnapped from their homes, cramped in tight ships, and then dropped in farmlands far away and forced to do hard labor. They were also dehumanized, and also white people have been known to eat other black people. Also, I would like to add that it minimizes the racism that happens to black people. If you say that racism happens to everyone, then it seems like a natural occurrence that happens. And it ignores the white supremacy that is still here today. The argument that Irish people got discriminated too also doesn't make sense because other white people were discriminating them and that the Irish were discriminated because they were Irish, not because they were white. Also, you cannot tell if someone is Irish, but you can definitely tell if someone is black. Also, a white person, you cannot wear hairstyles associated with black people. These hairstyles are important to black culture and history. And black people now have been discriminated against because of their hairstyles and hair type. Also, if you do not have the type of hair for braids, your hair will fall out. Next.
People shouldn't be let in the bathroom at the sex they weren't born with. Before you come saying in the transphobe in the comments, I'm trans. The reason I think it shouldn't be allowed is because it's a safety issue for you and others. If people go into the other sex's bathroom, there are way higher chances of rape or at least worse consequences of rape. I sniff sacks out.
Did you know that you can still be transphobic while being trans? Also, this is just victim blaming. If you go to the bathroom and you got that's not your fault, that's the rape fault. I never went to the men's restroom, but most of the times people do not care. People are in the bathroom to do their business, not finding trans people to assault. People using the restroom isn't a safety hazard. Show me the next one.
Christianity is the most persecuted religion worldwide, and that's a fact. Over 388 million Christians are faced violence or persecution, me being one of those. I have been beaten up and lost all my friends because I'm Christian, and a majority of the internet isn't making any of the persecution better. This isn't targeted to anyone specifically because there's a lot of people that do this, but I have the major ones in mind that I'm not going to share. But I've seen people say horrible and disgusting things about Christianity, and then rub it off by saying, you guys always get sunshine and freedom of speech. I hate to break it to you, but freedom of speech doesn't apply to this. Freedom of speech was made so people could stand up for themselves from things like slavery and misogyny without being harmed. But there are people that are in jail or on the FBI watch list for things they said. So not everything you say has an excuse. Christianity is a beautiful religion, and it's sad to see people take it out of context and harm those who have faith. ISNIFFSAFX I.
Christianity is the #1 religion in the world. So if it's so popular, why is it the #1 persecuted religion? Yes, you can be assaulted because you're Christian, but you're more likely to get attacked if you're a different religion. This is just misinformation. Next.
I don't support neopronouns. Now, before you try to cancel me, I don't hate on people who use them. Some things about them just don't sit right with me. One of the things being the fact they don't work in many other languages. For example, in German, you couldn't use a noun as a pronoun because of the sentence structure. Besides that, I also feel like they are transphobic. I know they aren't supposed to be, but it was difficult for me to transition. And when someone says they identify as something like moon self, it feels like they are mocking the struggles of trans people. If you use neopronouns, I'll still support you as a person and respect your identity, but I'll either use your name when referring to you, or I'll use your pronoun as a nickname. I sniff sacks out.
My good friend Avery actually made a much more better response to this video. I'll just summarize what he said. It's not transphobic because most people who use neopronouns are trans themselves. I actually talked to SAFX about this, and he said that he does semi-support it. Honestly, it's very confusing, but it's misinformation that neopronouns are transphobic. Also, if you're not going to use someone's neopronouns correctly, then you're not respecting them. You know the drill!
You're trans but put zero effort into transitioning, then don't be surprised when people misgender you. Listen, I understand that many individuals may not be in a place where they can fully transition due to parents, laws, etc. But when you don't even do small things like changing your clothes or wearing a different hairstyle, obviously, people won't think of you as your chosen gender. I'm not saying you can't wear what you want. Do what makes you comfortable. Who cares what a random stranger on the internet thinks? But if you do want to pass, then actually try to look like your chosen gender. I sniff sacks out.
You cannot look like a girl or look like a boy! Almost everyone assumes your gender by arbitrary things like your clothes, facial features, hair length, etc. As someone who dresses up really feminine, I have a right to be surprised, offended. I'll just simply correct the person with my actual pronouns. And notice how only trans people face this issue. Next.
Hot take, but I don't see a problem with a girl yoon shipping with a gay character, or a boy yoon shipping with a lesbian character. Like, yeah, the character is gay, but are we forgetting that yoon shipping is a coping mechanism? The person is already in a bad mental state, so saying their yoon ship isn't canon is just doing more harm than good. Also, who's affected by this? Did the character just randomly gain consciousness and tell you they're uncomfortable? The only time a yoon ship isn't valid is when the creator has stated they don't want people yoon shipping with that character. I sniff sacks out.
Yuma shipping is not just a coping mechanism. It's also a hobby. So not everyone who Yuma ships is mentally ill. Also, you choose your FO. So choosing a lesbian character to Yuma ship with as a man is a deliberate choice. Also, the fictional character might not have feelings, but your gay friends or gay people in general do. They know how you just erased a character's an entire identity, and they keep the thought that you don't care about their identity in the back of their mind. Also, most creators would reject the idea of a lesbian character with a man and vice versa. Next.
But changing a Disney princess's whole look in a live-action remake is never okay, even if it doesn't impact the plot. I hate to say it, but it doesn't matter if it interferes with the plot or not. The character was still made to look the way it does. I don't want to see Hispanic Belle, and I don't want to see Asian Tarzan. Just choose an actor that looks like the character. Saying it's for more representation is just Disney's shitty excuse to not make more movies and shows that portray good representation. Anyways, I sniff sacks out.
I completely get the point of the remakes being excuses for Disney to not make more original princesses. But saying that it's unacceptable is a crazy statement. Welcome back to class, everyone. Today I will be teaching you why blackwashing is a non-issue. It's all about the power dynamic and the history of black people in media. White people have always been in the media as the main characters. That's why almost all of the princesses are white. Blackwashing is all about getting an unrepresented race in the media and representing it more. Whitewashing is the opposite. The director choosing a black woman to play Ariel is representing black women in the media. A wock acting as a princess in a movie should not be problematic. Sadly, I could not access any articles about this, so I got most of my information from Twitter or Reddit. That is all of the videos I reacted. But this video isn't over yet. I'll be giving a timeline of this whole drama. My twin brother sent me the videos made from this person. And rightfully, I got mad. I'm a femme presenting trans-masked non-binary, and I use neopronouns, so this is directly affecting me. I made a post about it criticizing SAFX and asked him to delete the videos. I told him to delete the neopronoun video, the gender-presenting one, the first video, and the video about Yuma shipping with a lesbian/gay man. They said he did not agree with the neopronouns thingy. I'm still very confused about his stance. And I got the second video wrong, but he revealed they were a pro-shipper and that if shipping with a lesbian character as a man is okay. First of all, I would like to state I am neither an anti or a pro-shipper. But if I see any illegal shit, I will call it out. So basically, this is my argument of why pro-shipping is inherently predatory. Pro-shipping is anti-harassment. That might sound like a good thing, but then you'll realize that they believe that dark shippers should do their own thing. If you didn't know, even though it's fiction, it's still unacceptable, and it should be called out for. I already talked about how shit like this is unacceptable. Let's talk about how it's predatory. Both pro-shipping and dark shipping has adults in it. Said adults treat taboo topics as fandom, shipping culture. And this normalizes said taboo topics for the kids. And even if you are a pre-shipper, you should not be defending dark shippers. I know that dark shipping is a coping mechanism, but making an entire community behind it is predatory, just like Shed Tweet. If you are a minor and you are either of these, please get help and leave. When I was 12-13, ISHI secretly was a pro shipper. I thought that it was okay because it was fiction and it was a coping mechanism. But now I know that statement is false. Because of the pro ship dark ship community, I am now dumb to CS. Okay, back to SAF case. Me and my twin kept urging him to delete the videos. When he ignored, I made videos about them. This is his first response. Oopsies, I almost forgot. I told him that their rants were dangerous to kids spreading hateful content, and he thought I was talking about 10-year-olds. So if you're under the age of 18, you're still a kid. I already responded to said rants earlier in the video. But encouraging mass reporting to my and my bro's account just because we called you out? Sigh, scummy ass behavior. Also, I would like to add that my brother started to panic and this started to affect his mental health because he was accused of being a harasser. Reminder to not bring Sir Zenazi into this anymore. He just helps me get information out. I was extremely pissed at the accusations. That's when I started to push slop content and badly scuffed explanations. This is his second response towards me only.
Asked by this user. This is my second post about them because I've given them multiple warnings and they chose to ignore them all. They've made at least 10 videos about me. When I debunked everything or told them they're in the wrong, they just kept making videos about me. Yesterday they called me racist because I said I don't want characters to be whitewashed or blackwashed. Then they made a video about me because I called it racism. I have hidden them from my channel and told them to stop watching my videos, yet they haven't done any of that. I also don't understand why they keep coming back if they hate me so much. I understand this is most likely someone under the age of 13, but age doesn't excuse this. Please report them. I sniff sacks out.
Again, I explained the blackwashing and the white racism earlier in the video. Also, this video is the reason why my main channel got striked. I already said it, but I know I've been shitty towards you, but it's because you refuse to take criticism and take accountability. Also, you had misgendered me by using only they, them pronouns. I had directly told this person, oh, we'll go by they, he, yoy. I'm not sure if this is a microaggression or they just forgot, but I was very offended by this. Also, I am 15. I'm about to be a sophomore in high school. I also have to talk about a couple of their posts, which really cements how he is like. First of all, reposting AI and saying that it's funny is sheep behavior. And SAFX also claims that he is anti-AI. Also, if you didn't know who that guy is, he is Jimmy Uring from the band MSI. He was accused of raping a 15-year-old and having a relationship with her. We will never know if the assault actually happened, but he did have a relationship with her as an adult. Saying you want to kiss and marry a groomer is scummy behavior. They also wants to draw it out. I don't care if this is just a weird joke. It's disgusting, and they should be held accountable. Do you remember this art? Well, I managed to contact the original artist and she said she did not give permission for SAFX to use her art. Here is her actual response. My brother told SAFX about the artist's statement. He was weirdly very aggressive towards my twin and stated he got permission. Also, this is directed to all slime ranters. Stop taking art from Pinterest. Pinterest is not the place where you go to steal from artists. Almost every slime ranter does this, and every one of them should be held accountable. Luckily, SASFX told my bro he will stop using the art. This is the new layout. I'm not sure if the actual artist gave permission, but at least give some credits. We have reached to our conclusion. SACX is a prolific liar and hides behind his giant fan base when people call them out. He also strikes channels when you call them out, so be wary. If you are subscribed to this guy, please unsub. Also, if you still support him, even with the mounting piles of evidence against him, do not interact with me. Also, I am adding that he has gotten 3K subs. Shame, shame, shame. SEFX, if you are watching this, you can still become a good person. You can delete the videos I mentioned, make an actual apology, and go on a hiatus. Also, I'm sorry again for being immature. On my next call-out video, I will be more mature. The comments are open to discussion, but I will ignore any hagerments. Any SAFX supporters will be hidden from this channel. Hope you have a good day and the